see what I did there? I kind of moved all their hours together, right? But no, we've had a fabulous relationship with every one of you. I wish I could call out all 101 students, which apparently are 50% are about undergrads and 50% are master students. And about 100% of those 50%, or 90%, will soon be citizens with jobs here soon, right? If you're in the program, stand up. If you were the first time if you're the first time ever to come to Clinton, watch this. Raise your left arm. First time to Clinton? I'm raising my right. First time to Clinton.
Today or?
No, for this project. It was the first time you ever came to Clinton. Raise your left arm. Clinton, Iowa. Even Jennifer over in the corner. So, all right. So, out of all you standing up, stay standing if you're in the master's program. Okay, now stay standing if you're still going to be in the master's program next semester. Now, all the people that are standing, you're going out to the world, right? There's only a few left.
Wait, you said the reverse.
I said reverse, sorry. Hey, everybody take their thumb and index finger, put it like this, real quick. Now, on the count of 3, when I say 3, I want you to put it on your chin. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, so are you listeners or you have to be visual? Okay, gotcha. So, those that are standing, right, who's going to be where next year? Just yell it. Where are you going to be after you graduate?
I'm not graduating.
Oh, you're not?
You want the people who aren't graduating standing?
All right, everybody stand up again. Try this one more time. All right, if you're graduating and going out in the world, remain standing. Now, if you're still standing, I want you to shout out where you're going to go and what you're going to do. Starting right there, sir. I don't know. That's the first one. I don't know. Ma'am? We got 2 I don't knows. You can sit down. I got 3. I don't know.
Burlington.
Burlington on the river.
University of Iowa.
University of Iowa. So we got some people that need jobs. So we got some jobs. Way down there, Ryan. You told me where you're going. St. Paul, Minnesota. Over here, ma'am.
West Des Moines.
West Des Moines. What are you going to be doing?
I'll be associate planner.
Associate planner. Nice, nice.
University of Iowa. Yeah.
What, University of Iowa?
Yeah. For a PhD program.
PhD program. I'm just jealous. I got one of those on the back of a cereal carton degrees that you send in. Yep.
I don't know yet.
And Olivia, I don't know yet. But the good news with Olivia, she has both feet today. Before she didn't, she had hurt her foot, right? So we talked about 10,000 hours, talked about 101 students that came from the University of Iowa that basically enveloped the city of Clinton, right? And not only enveloped them with no small arms fire in this case, but with ideas and energy and exuberance. And you know, we talked about a little bit today in our group, but outside of the box thinking, right? Because I watched Perry Mason. Does anyone watch the new Perry Mason? Anyone watch TV? You guys are a tough sell. That's why I'm not a stand-up comedian. So the new Perry Mason, at the end of season 2, he's standing with his new girlfriend, and they're overlooking LA, and it's 1933. And he asks her, "Why do you like LA?" Because LA doesn't worry about what was. LA worries about what's going to be. And I think what you saw with all these projects, which were 20 projects of what can be, you have to start with that dream to be able to realize it. Because if you don't, you can't convince other people. And I think that's what they bring to any community. I think this is the 15th time. 15th?
No, you're number 17.
Oh, we're number 17. Yeah. 17's the best one, so we're number 17. Right? But many thanks go, and I'm going to embarrass him because he's going to come up next. But I'd just like to thank from the bottom of my heart for all the council members, for all the staff that got to work with all you crew. It's been wonderful. I wish we had some jobs and we could invite you over and be working with the city of Clinton. We'll work on that. But it couldn't have been done without Jennifer, who's hiding in the back over there. And then without further ado, this is Mayor's doppelganger. If you didn't know, this is Travis. And so I want to introduce Travis. Big round of applause for Travis.
Thank you. Matt is like this all the time. I'm sure people in Clinton know that. And we meet every other week.
I'm going to miss it.
And I feel like there's a comedy routine built into every meeting. I am going to miss that. So maybe we should just keep meeting.
Once a month.
Yeah. But when we seek partners for this program at the University of Iowa, Some of the things that we look for are, do they have interesting challenges for our students? So we can check that box for Clinton. There's some weird flag coming here. Is this a Clinton flag?
The official Superman Clinton flag.
Okay. I was expecting some kind of like Star Wars flag, but thank you. This is amazing. Okay, I was not expecting that. Being draped in this fabric. So we look for projects that will challenge our students, help them advance in their academic career and their learning, and give them a jump start as they hit the job market. And I think that Clinton has satisfied that in many, many ways. The projects have been amazing, but more importantly, the thing that's important for a successful partnership is that there are great leaders that have a vision for the future. And that is one of the things that I have appreciated most about working in Clinton, is that the leaders here are very forward-thinking, very open to innovation, very fun to be around. And so I have a lot of gratitude to Matt and everybody that's been part of the team, and Lisa as well over here. So Lisa and Matt were kind of the two people that helped manage these 20 projects and answer the emails, help set up the visits. So we should give them a round of applause too, I think. So we did just finish 20 projects, and it's a lot of work, and sometimes I don't realize how much happens until we set up these posters and have the presentations. But I'm just really proud of our students and our faculty that have been part of this partnership. It's a lot of work, and as you could see if you were able to attend the presentations today, they're super talented. They put in a lot of effort to make sure that the things that they're handing off to the Clinton community help add value. Hopefully we see some of these things implemented and we all get to come back and celebrate the Liberty Square stuff. I'm just hoping it looks exactly like that someday. It looks super good, yeah. So I also just want to say thank you to Isaac. Where's Isaac? We're on to 2 new communities next year. Isaac over here drove all the way from Bondurant, so we can take this show on the road. We're going to be in Bondurant, Dubuque, starting all over again next year. So I'm excited about that. Thank you, Isaac, for coming. And also I want to acknowledge some people over in the corner over there. Jen New has started on the IISC team. So first of all, it's really nice to have one more person helping. And so Jen and I have become a really great team, and she helps. When you see good stories, it's because Jen did that. So thank you, Jen. So are there University of Iowa alumni here? People that graduated from the University of Iowa? Okay, cool. So we have we have a really wonderful partnership with the University of Iowa Center for Advancement and the Alumni Engagement folks over there, and Sloan has been very helpful making this evening possible, so thank you, Sloan. A couple of other quick notes, and then I want to introduce somebody. We would love to be able to keep in touch with you and to share updates as things get published. So you walked by that front table as you came in. Now there is a piece of paper where we'd love to have you sign in with your name, email, and phone number. If you want to stay updated to learn about when these things get published and become publicly available, we'll make sure that that information gets to you. Jen, was there another thing else just to say?
When Kale gets back from buying more plates, we're going to take a photo of all the graduating students with the cake.
Yes, okay, so students, we're going to take a picture of you with this cake.
Oh, he's back with the plates.
And the plates, all right. Good job. Whoever walks in, that's kind of a big thing that we do now. Whoever walks in the room unsuspectingly just has a cake draped around them. All right, well, I would like to bring up somebody that has been doing amazing work in and around community engagement. And not only that, but teaching students, being a strong administrator for the department I'm in, which is the School of Planning and Public Affairs, and somehow finds time to be an advisor for Capstone community engaged projects as well. So I'm going to have Lucy Lorian come up and say a few words to you.
Chavez. Thanks a lot. Well, that's the work of students, right? Faculty help out on the edges, but we're only here an hour a week, and I can tell you this is more than an hour a week worth of work. Is it 8, 10, 15 hours a week? Yeah, right, okay, so faculty don't do anywhere near the bulk of the work. Well, thank you so much for having us here. Thank you for organizing this gathering. I really have to say it's much more than School of Planning and Public Affairs, but ISC started in the School of Planning and Public Affairs. The founder of the Iowa Initiative for Sustainable Communities is here with us tonight. This is Chuck Connor-Lee. Thank you. And what Chuck did is he took something that was just a small planning project, which we used to call problems, which was thankfully we're out of that. We don't do problems, we do solutions now, right? But he took it to something much bigger that's university-wide. So now you had, here in Clinton, work on housing, parks, engineering projects, trails, opioid, youth substance abuse, a mural, a movie we'll see in a few minutes, marketing, an employee survey, right? I mean, you got lots of different projects that can only be possible because it's interdisciplinary work, right? That's what we do. So I only saw a small piece of it, but you're getting the whole product. I'd like to talk to you a little bit about the commitment of the University of Iowa to community service and engagement, right? So there's two main missions, two things we do when we do those projects. One is to do exceptional teaching for our students. So they come out in the world, they know how to do the work because they've done it with you. So you help us train the workforce of Iowa, right? It's because we've done it with you. So you are a little bit of the guinea pigs, I'm sorry to say, I hope that's all right, right? But that means our students have done everything once. When they got in the job, they'll know how to do it from day one. So this is exceptional teaching, it's transformative, I think, for students. And I also should say, maybe you don't want me to tell you about that, but our final exams for all our master's students are, how did you apply what you learned to Clinton? Right, this is how we gauge that we have taught properly, is we now need to know that they can apply what they learn for you in the community, right? We also try to bring the learning education we provide to communities around the state. So Clinton this year will be in 2 communities next year, Dubuque and Bondurant, right? And we try to continue to provide these really effective, fun, exciting, future-oriented projects. And as a planner, I have to say, all I think about is the future, right? But I think it's true for engineers as well, right? Or chemists, or marketing folks. That's not just us. So we work across disciplines. You have art, you have engineering, sciences, buildings, bridges, trails, right? And all that comes together in one place, and I think that's the beauty of ISC. So thank you, Chuck, for founding it. Thank you for having us in your town this year, and we're looking forward to coming back into town. And see, in 10 years, has it happened, right? We'll be back, we'll check. Thank you so much.
Okay, so award time. I have a few awards that I'd love to hand out. First of all, we have an award for outstanding community partner, and that is the city of Clinton, of course. And the competition is not stiff, but even if there were other contenders, I feel like you probably would have still won this award. So Lisa should come up. Tammy, come on up here. Karen. And maybe we'll take a quick photo with. There you go. Get up there.
Don't drop it.
So this is 2022-2023 Outstanding Community Partner, City of Clinton.
Thank you.
You can take it home.
All right. Every year we recognize a faculty member who contributes significantly to the success of the projects. Sorry about that. All right. The success of the projects. I don't know why, Rick. Maybe there's something about you that made me misspeak there. But I'd like to welcome Rick Fosk to come on up here. Rick is a faculty member in the Department of Civil and Environmental Engineering at the University of Iowa, and does amazing work guiding engineering project teams. If you saw the infill development presentation today, you'd see an example of that. Rick was not on that one, but he did work in Clinton last semester on the Riverfront Master Plan, getting the site ready for the Tailgates and Tall Boys Festival that's coming up pretty soon, or beyond, right? And then there was a stormwater utility project that happened last year, but it was not just those two. Rick does multiple projects in many communities across the state of Iowa, and he's been doing that for a number of years, and it's just been easy for me to talk about how the value of IISC when I get to talk about the quality engineering work that happens. One other thing that I get to say is that one of the faculty members teaching the engineering projects has 30 years of service work in public service as the public works director, right? For Iowa City
engineer.
And the city engineer. So when I go to communities and I say, here's one of the people helping advise, then that just sounds great and it makes me look good. So I appreciate that. So I just want to say thank you to Rick and congratulations for earning this award.
Thank you. Thank you, Travis. I just wanted to say thank you, and more importantly, thanks for this program existing. You know, when I look at my peers in other Big 10 and Big 12 schools, they do canned projects. They're not real projects for real clients. And without this program, we wouldn't have that. So thanks for creating this opportunity for our students.
Yeah, thank you. All right, and one more. Each year we also recognize the student for quality work and service and excellence, and May McDonough is here somewhere. May was part of the Clinton Housing Needs and Strategies team this year, and if you saw that presentation, you saw the tremendous amount of work that went into that, not only from May, but for the entire team. But all year long, May has been an exceptional leader, and I appreciate having the opportunity to work with you, not only on this project, but she's in the class that I'm teaching this semester, Community Development. And we have another community engagement project where she has just been fantastic, and that's in Iowa City, working on neighborhood revitalization. And then we had another project last year where we worked with the Iowa AARP to help them redesign their process for communities to earn the age-friendly designation. So we've been able to work together now for 2 years, and in all of that time, I've just really appreciated May's leadership and her talent and her creativity, and actually also just the kindness and thoughtfulness that she brings to the work. So thank you, May.
Thank you so much. It's been such an honor to get hands-on experience working on projects with IISC, and Clinton has been such a supportive and welcoming partner, so I'm really glad I got to have that experience here, and I'm so appreciative for all the community members and residents who took the time to contribute to our projects and make them really amazing. And I've been working with such a great team of classmates and professors that have made this project really special. So thank you.
Thank you. All right, so there's one thing left for us to do before we conclude the program, and that is to premiere for the first time ever a video project, a film project that was made as part of this partnership with the City of Clinton. And so it's going to be shown over there. So if you're in the back, maybe you can come crowd up around here. Hopefully the volume carries over too. So this project was filmed and edited by a cinema arts master student who is not here today, unfortunately, Armando Dasafet. And he spent time getting to know people in the community of Clinton, conducting interviews, and put together, I think, a wonderful film that's going to be about 10 minutes long to help preserve the legacy of Bethel AME. So give me just 1 second and I'll hit the play button and we'll watch this film.
I'll turn it off. Hold on.
Okay, thank you.
This is off now.
It's very well done.
Yeah, for sure.
Very important to our family. That is the stepping stone in my books of learning to believe, work with people, and feel like they know. You do things, you teach kids, you teach them to have respect for older people, have respect for your parents, and have respect for the church. When it came to fundraisers and programs, I enjoyed that. We had the game dinner, which was city, everybody knew about it in the city. And then we had what they call the soul food dinners, that we had it during February, the Black History Month. And then we had what we call, with the willing workers and missionary, we had the St. Patrick's Day tea, and then we had the fall tea. And it always turned out beautiful, and we always had a good turnout on all.
I didn't have any trouble at all, because when I finally went up to the front of the church and the pastor asked, and I turned around and I says, "No, you don't ask." I says, "I want to ask to make sure it's me coming to the members." And I asked if they were accepting me as a member of the church, and nobody said no. I was truly accepted. I felt at home from the day I walked in, even if I wasn't a member. Actually, to me, Bethel was my lifesaver. At one point of my life, yeah. It really was.
When this church was founded, it was the Northwest Territory. It was the farthest place that the church had extended itself, and it was instrumental. The church community grew out of the Underground Railroad and the support of both the black and the white community in Clinton. So it's really been an exciting learning experience.
And I've educated a few people too. Well, what does AME stand for? And I have to, African Methodist religion and the Episcopal laws with the bishop and the presiding elder.
This church behind me was built initially with $600 raised by ex-slaves who were peddling books in order to create a church here, and how it was rebuilt and then became a very strong outpost of the faith for the African Methodist Episcopal Church.
The church has, I would say, has broken up. They have gone different directions. We have the Baptists, we have two Baptist churches, and then we had the Methodists. If we could have put all three churches together, it would have been one successful church. But that didn't happen that way. And the way things happened in the pandemic, everything just fell apart.
Well, when I heard that Bethel was in such disrepair, and I would go by the church and I would just see things happening to it, I thought, when is somebody going to do something, and when is somebody going to save it? And I didn't think that that I could really do anything to save it. It had gone to such a terrible state.
The church was on the demo list. It was going to be demolished. And when the present owner bought it, he was struck by the history there, and I filled him in on it, and he said this is going to be saved because of the history there, and they plan on restoring it, and the actual building itself will be used like a community event center, but memorialized in there and around the building there'll be a walkway is like people like Deuce Slater, his dad, Lametta Wynn, and all the people that was associated with that.
I'm all for it being saved. I think it's fabulous. Any history you can save to pass on is worth anything it takes to keep it going.
When I heard that there was a buyer for it, I wanted to attend the city council meetings to find out exactly what was going to happen to it. And when I found out that a brewery was going to be in it, I thought, what kind of sense does that make?
Hello, my name is Richard Schwab. I'm the owner of Great Revivalist Brewery here in Clinton, Iowa. Here we love bringing things that are original back to life. So when we had the opportunity to find an old church or an old venue that we could bring back to life, we thought, yes, let's go ahead and do that. Where everybody was talking about they wanted to tear it down and get rid of it, my first thought was, wow, how can we clean it up? Let's go back to the original. And we looked at it and said, okay, well, what can we do? So we pulled the walls off, we exposed all the old brick. We have a 1911 fresco in the back that hadn't been cleaned. All the wood on the roof was hand put in with little square nails, and they're all put in shellac. Everything was just back from 1898, and we thought, why are we hiding it? Let's go ahead and put it forward and bring it into everybody's foresight.
Well, certainly the first look on when the article came out in the paper that it was going to be a microbrewery, yeah, there was some apprehension. But once I met the owner and saw how dedicated he was to preserving these art forms, I was very pleased. I'm just grateful to him that he's willing to do that, because there isn't anything like the mosaic anywhere in the area, so grateful for that. Not only that, just the commercial enterprise here on the corner of downtown Clinton is just an asset as well.
But then when I found out what they were going to do to it, they were going to make it into more of a community center, and that they were going to honor the African Americans who really made Bethel what it was, that they were going to honor Duke Slater's father, that they were going to honor Lametta Wynn, that my mother, that they were going to honor some of the people who really did a lot for Clinton. I thought that is one way to save it, and I was very happy. And I'll continue to help as best I can to make this really happen.
Many of the people that helped tell stories here today, so thanks very much for being here. And, okay, so thank you.